everyone, I'm Soraya. Thanks for joining me today. So in today's painting, it is going to be a very much a atmospheric, ethereal looking painting. I've already completed it and I want your opinion as to which way you like it. And by that I mean, if you look at it horizontally, it looks very much kind of like a landscape, but if you turn it vertically, it's a kind of an abstract, and I really like that, and I can't really make up my mind which one I like better. So I'd like to hear from you, and keep watching to see exactly what I mean. I'm starting off with titanium white and some Payne's gray, and the focal point is going to be about here. I'm going to do it off center, so about there. Same sponge always, and just keep adding. This is a dry sponge and dry canvas. I haven't added anything to either. The paint is straight out of the tube, just using a very light touch. The edge, this edge here is what I'm using. And now I'm going flat. Just trying to blend in the colors, going every way. Went back in with just the titanium white and soften things up around here, just getting it very ethereal looking and soft and blended. Still using just the two colors. I haven't changed anything. Just the paint and just the two colors and just this one sponge. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive all notifications. Going back in with the titanium white, just to soften things up. Remember to just change direction. Now you can see I squeeze the sponge whenever I need to be in an area that's just a little bit smaller. I just squeeze it up and you get the control that you need. Okay, so I was talking to the camera, I thought it was on. I put the prism violet along here, and then I added a little bit of white by turning my sponge and just softening up the edges here. I really have to check every time. Okay, now since I put this prism violet here, I'm gonna put some somewhere else. Like I'm gonna look at to see where I want that prism violet. Okay, I think I'm gonna add it right here. I do want this to look abstracted. And then with the same sponge, maybe put a little bit down here. And I'm gonna turn it around, turn around the sponge and add it, just add a little bit of the white here to blend out that prism violet. So it's nice and soft. And just with what's on the sponge, I'm just adding a little bit here and there. Just gonna go in with the white and do the same here. Maybe cover up this whole area here. Turned it back around, and I'm gonna do some of this white going here. I went back in with the Payne's gray. The prism violet definitely has more of a red undertone to it. Okay, I'm introducing an ultramarine violet, and I'm gonna look to see how this looks here. I do tend to like blue-based purples rather than red. It's still the same sponge. You can see it here. Haven't changed it up. Still dry. Haven't added anything to the paint or to my sponge. It's just paint and sponge. That's it. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm introducing another color. This is Sky Blue Light. I think I'm gonna put it right here. It's the same sponge. It's on the side that the white was on. Just wanted to lighten it up, so I just added a bit of the white, titanium white. Just gonna keep adding white. There's lots of color on this brush. A sponge. I do think of my sponge as a brush. All right, I'm gonna bring it all the way up. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side here. And just use the whole brush. Sponge. I'm gonna use the whole sponge. I'm gonna add a touch of the purple since I used it up. I think I'm just gonna do this whole side here in this light color. I'm gonna try and finish this with no brushes. See if I can do it. But oftentimes I try and then I can see that it just needs it. You see I'm squeezing the brush, the sponge there to get into that space there. Okay, I'm going to use Ultra Matte Medium Liquitex. This will make the color transparent, and the color that I'm going to use, so here is the matte medium, and this is the color I'm going to use to add together. It's the Pearl Red. So I'm going to dip a little bit of my brush into that and then into the matte medium. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to take that and go along here. So it adds the color, but it's not solid. It's probably too much red. Start that again. Thank goodness for these paper towels. I'm not sure that I like this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I have to think about it some more. Not sure that I like it. So I just put some the light blue. I don't mind seeing that a little bit. That's pretty good. Light blue, and I did a little bit of the ultramarine violet. And I'm just using this so it's easier for me to control it. So it's got a little bit of tinge of red there. Woo, my brush. Okay, I'll take it. I'll leave it there. Oh boy. You know, I don't mind that. Okay, I'll put some up here. So it looks like I've committed myself to that little bit of red. So I'm taking my brush, a little bit of the red with the matte medium, and I'm gonna go along here and just brush it in a little bit. And I think I'm gonna go back with my sponge. You can see the color without it being a harsh line. Okay, and I like that. I don't like the way this is looking, so this is just a little bit of the light blue on my brush. and going along the edge of that red. I'm going to clean up this edge here too. Light blue and white all along here. Using that same brush, I haven't cleaned it. I'm gonna I added some titanium white onto the sponge and just cleaning it up, making it softer. Now I went in with the light blue. Okay, not liking this up here, so I'm just gonna make it a little nicer. Just soften things up. Add some blue-gray right along here. And I'll show you all the colors in the end. This color does definitely have a gray tinge to it, but it is also blue, so it's going to go well. So I've had some comments where people asking me or telling me that they've attempted this and they've gotten kind of a muddy mess. You have to be able to try at first just 3 colors and let white be one of them, because white will soften up anything that you're putting on. And also work with colors, shades of the same color. So this is why I like blue. You can have a light blue and a dark blue, and if you're going to add them, they're going to work together. A turquoise green will work here. I like the opposite of this being the purple. This red, I'm still not sure that it was the right thing that I did, but I can always cover it up. But when you're working in the sections, just try and adding a little bit at a time of the 3 colors that you're working. With the matte medium, you can always add a color on top of a color, and it'll change that color. If you're not sure, have your paper towel ready, and you can always wipe it off. If you never try it, you never know what it's going to look like. So here I've been adding the blue-gray. I'll show you all the colors in the end. I don't know if I said that already, but I will show you all the colors in the end. And I'm just covering up this whole thing. Now I do find that with abstracts, I like to have areas in the abstract where it's calm. And this is calm, and same with kind of the outline of it. And the majority is happening in the middle, in the focal point. So that's why I did that, and I like the way that's looking. Now because I added that blue-gray at the bottom, I'm gonna do a little bit more of it here. I don't want to disturb it too much, but I do want a little bit of it. I like that contrast. I turned the sponge around and I'm going to go back in here. So it is kind of a cloud, but overall it looks a little bit more Now I'm going to turn the sponge around and go in with that grayer color. So now I have the gray at the bottom and I have some up here, which gives it a nice balance. Not sure that I like this, so I'm gonna go back in with a bit of the, what's this called? The ultramarine violet. And I'm gonna go back over this. I just want the whole thing to blend really well. It's harder with colors that are stark contrast, but I like that now. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. That's not working for me, but I like this smaller line. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this red. I don't like it. You'll see a little bit of it in the end, but I'm just kind of using the colors that are there to kind of erase out that color. And I might go back in. Okay, I like that better. Now I'm just going to clean up this area here, and you can kind of see that all of a sudden there's kind of look to me like a little bit of a mountain far away. So I'm going to emphasize that just a little bit. I'm going to use this flat, smaller brush because the other one was just not working and I don't want to mess this up. Just using the smallest amount of the titanium white, and I am dipping my brush in the matte medium, just to make it a little bit looser for me to work with. So I am going to emphasize some of these. I love contrasts of the dark against the white. And this is nice, so I'm going to emphasize this as well. Now I'm not going to do too much of this. I still do want it to look abstracted, but I like that kind of the dark going through. That looks good. Now I haven't done too much on this side. I just kind of like this kind of tunnel look to it. So I'm just going to do a little bit here. I don't think I'm going to do too much more to that. I like the way that's looking. I'm just going to leave it at that. Going back with the sponge, not liking the way that's looking. And now I'm going to go in with the white and go over some of that. That was still the same brush that I've used since the beginning. Now I'm going to go back with my brush. That was my sponge. This is my brush, and I'm just going to clean up this just a little bit. Okay, just did this, and I'm not sure that I like these two coming down. So I'm going to go back with a little bit of Payne's Gray and a little bit of the blue and get rid of this point. There we go. Just soften that up. Okay, I'm just going to clean up these edges here. It's the same color with a little bit of the matte medium. Not liking this area. It's to me a cloud that comes in and then goes, so I'm just gonna go down the whole way like this. And that's a nicer line. I was struggling with that, and until you get back and you look at it, not sure sometimes why that is that I'm not liking it. And there you go. I like that better. So that's a little bit of the red with the white, the pre-roll red, white, and a little bit of the matte medium, just to get that bit of pinkish color. I don't know if that's, I'm gonna leave it, but I kind of like it so far. I'm gonna keep going with it. Just add a little bit here and there. It's a different color for me. I guess I get stuck in a rut too, using colors that are very comfortable for me. I don't mind this though. I don't know. Okay, the more I look at this section, the more I'm not happy with it. So I'm gonna go in with the blue-gray and white and just blend this out. And just have kind of, there's a little bit of light blue. Just have a little bit of this kind of clouds, I guess, coming in. Still not happy with this red. This is a vivid red orange. Just gonna add a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So add it over that pinkish reds. I just added a little bit of the matte medium there to help me spread it out. This has become one huge mountain. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more white in here. I don't want that much. Now, unfortunately, I lost this. I'm going to go back on over it with just my brush. I've been debating whether I should get rid of this now or not. I wanted it to look a little bit more abstract, but it's really not looking very abstract. It's more of a landscape. So I don't know if I should have this line. I'm just going to start working on it this way and see where this leads me. I'm just going to clean up this area down here. Because I still want this to be the focal point, and I like the way that's looking a lot better. So here are the colors that I use: Liquitex Basics Titanium White, Liquitex Vivid Red Orange, also Liquitex Basics Blue Gray, Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet, Liquitex Prism Violet, Amsterdam Sky Blue Light. This is the Liquitex Matte Medium I already showed you. Pebeo Studio Paints Gray, and Liquitex Pyrrole Red. Okay, so I had to live with the painting for a few days just to see if I wanted to change anything. I keep looking at and coming back to it, and I think it's done. I don't want to change a thing. I just love the subtlety of it. It's very soft and very ethereal looking to me. And I want to show you one other thing. Just hang on one second. So this is what I wanted to show you. I was moving it around and found that I really loved it this way. Very unusual that it works this way, but I think it looks great this way too. So let me know which one you like, the other way, the horizontal way, or the vertical way. Click on the link you see now to see more of my sponge paintings and more images of this coming up.